morning, YouTube. Another rainy day here in Colorado. This is like the 4th day in a row. Hopefully this breaks up before track day on Wednesday. As many of you know, I was called out by a subscriber this weekend in the quarter-mile race. If you guys aren't aware of that call out, here's a short clip of the call out.
I'm calling out Das Llamas. Dude, I am gonna wreck you on the track. I am the Dodge Commander. I am going to wreck you. I'm going to take your little Dodge, I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna be like this. Num, 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 num. I am going to wreck you.
So, I just wanted to do a quick little video talking about what to do to prepare your car for the track. I mean, what do I do before I go race? And preparation is everything when it comes to winning a race. So, here are my tips on how to prepare your car for a drag race. Weight reduction. Oh, and don't wash your hands. That extra water in your hands, that adds weight. So we're gonna keep going with weight reduction here. So everybody knows that the Hemis have 2 spark plugs per cylinder, all right? But what everyone doesn't know is that that second spark plug is just a backup spark plug in case the first one fails. Sort of like the high beams on your car. When your low beams burn out, you just click on those high beams and it's a spare. That way you still have lights so you can see at night. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the spare spark plug out of our car. So that's 8 spark plugs we're removing. That's weight reduction. Keep going with this weight reduction thing. This car is designed to drive on the public road, so you have to have emission stuff and all that other sort of things, all these unnecessary things for the track. You know what else that's gonna add weight to this car? Air filters. We don't need no stinking air filters. Weight reduction. Now, everyone always talks about how stickers add horsepower. It's not the stickers that add horsepower. The secret is you got to start removing bolts that hold on different body panels, and then you use the stickers to hold those body panels on, because you know the stickers weigh less than the bolts. So with that weight reduction is where you get more power. So those guys that have a bunch of stickers on their cars, it's because they've removed a lot of bolts, and those cars are fast. With our cars here, we got 5 lugs, all right? 5 lug nuts, but you see one of these are different. A lot of people call it a wheel key, but what it is it's a indicator, okay? That lug nut right there, that's on the optional post, all right? That one doesn't have to be there, so that's why you have to take your race key and then you take this off of your car. You can take this one off of every single tire. Every single wheel, you can take one of them off and you're still safe to race. That's weight reduction. Once you got stuff taken care of on the outside of your car, you got to clean the inside of your car. You know, weight reduction. Take things out you don't need. I love reading, advanced physics and chemistry and calculus and discrete algorithmic mathematics and all that sort of stuff. I do that stuff while I'm driving, because if you can't read a book while you're driving, you ain't shit. So, you got to make sure you clean out all the books. Now that I got some of the things I like to do out of the car, those of you that are parents, you guys can understand this. You know, sometimes the kids need to take a nap when they're in their car. You got to pack their pack in place so they can take a nap while you're driving. Multiple kids. Once you get to going where you're going, they don't want to walk. So you got to carry the stroller. I got to carry 2 strollers just in case they don't want to ride in the red one. Now that you got the unneeded stuff out of the car, it's time to make sure you bring the things that you do need. So, it's my handle to my floor jack, because you got to switch to your drag radials or take care of something like that. So, you gotta make sure your floor jack. Well, you know what? You got to be safe, because if you got a jack, you need jack stands. So you gotta make sure you can't be too safe because you know, one jack stand, you might as well have two jack stands. And oh yeah. You know, the rain, you know, you got to be able to see that tree clearly so you can launch properly. So it's all about getting off the line. You win the race at the tree. All right. So wash fluid. We need to keep our wash fluid full. You know what? It's kind of cold out there too. So probably need to bring some kerosene. And then we'll bring the heater too. We'll bring kerosene here, so that way we can stay warm. Yeah. So, you know what? If I'm bringing jack stands and my floor jack, I should probably bring some oil. That way I can do an oil change. You know what? I really don't like bugs either. I don't like bugs either. So I should bring a container of bug spray. That way we can take care of the bugs. So now that we got all of our weight issues taken care of, let's talk about drag reduction.
Oh, vanilla. Oh, hi.
No, I ain't talking about that type of drag. I'm talking about the air that flows along the car. You know, you don't want dirt and stuff like that sticking on your car, so you need to make sure your car is nice and clean. Make sure that thing's all waxed up. You race with your windows up. Windows down, you're gonna go slower. Windows up, time's up. Okay, another step in drag reduction. All over your car. You got these seams right here. This is where you know, your body panels go together. This is from my car, this is my fender, this is my hood. So what you need to do is get some tape, and you just go and you run your tape and you fill up all of your cracks like that. Okay, the cool thing about this is I can also take the hood latch and the hood bolt, and I can take those off because this tape's gonna hold the hood on. Okay, so we get weight reduction and drag reduction all in one mod. That's a free one for you. So let's talk about traction here. All right, what we have here are radials. The important thing is real drag cars, they don't have traction, okay? They don't have treads, I mean. So they don't have these treads. So what they do is they do this huge burnout right before they race, and that's gonna wear all of this down so it's all perfectly smooth and flat. So that's what you need to do. When you go to that line, you burn these tires until they're smooth. That way they're like the pros. That way they're all smooth, and that's how you get your best traction. What I like to do too is I got spray-on contact cement. So what I do is I spray my tires with this stuff, and that's how I hook. And then that's how I get out of the hole. You get out of the hole, you win the race at the tree, okay? You win the race at the tree, and it's all about traction. So another important part of racing is you got to understand what your gauges are telling you. All right, make sure you understand your gauges. All right, that's how much go juice you got. And then this thing right here, this is going to tell you how many miles per hour you're going. And then over here, this dealy bob right here, you want that needle up here in the red when you take off. All right, because if you're not launching in the red, you're dead. All right, and this temperature thing, it's cool because if you're doing it right, you know, launching in the red, then this thing's going to be over here for hyperspeed. All right, you don't want to be chill over here. You want to be hyperspeed. All right, you got those gauges. Now this is the awesome thing right here. This is how much air you're force feeding into your car. All right, the more force fed air you get in your car, the more it's going to push that air out your exhaust, and it's going to act like a jet engine. All right, and that air is going to shoot out your exhaust and push you faster. All right, this gauge right here, it does something. It shows you numbers, and this thing moves around. So make sure that's moving around, because if that's not moving around, your car's not running. All right, so there you go. Well, you got some more gauges here. So you know, you got your cool temperature, and that's how cool you are, and then your oil, that's how slick you are. All right, so you got to make sure that those numbers are good. And then this trans temperature, man, you don't want to get too high in the tranny area, because, you know, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. And then, you know, just this air intake temperature right here, if that gets too hot, you're sucking too much, all right? And then, you know, batteries, you know, you just got to make sure you got enough double A's in there, okay? You get enough double A's in there, you got enough volts. And then, but if you put too many batteries in there, you end up with too many volts, and then you got a Chevy volt. And that's how that was invented. And then this oil pressure, you don't want to be under pressure, okay? You don't want to be under pressure when you race. So right here, when it's lit up like that, you're in the zone, all right? So make sure you understand your gauges. So once you've completed all this weight reduction, drag reduction type stuff, now your car's really fast. And when you get really fast, you need a race helmet. So found this race helmet off Craigslist. It's Bell approved, and that's what you need. You need a Bell approved helmet in order to race at the track. All right, so make sure you get this thing on. We're ready to race. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those tips. Take what you need, leave what you don't need, and best of luck to your races in the future. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for my channel. And stay tuned, because in a couple days here, we're gonna have our drag race. And we'll get a new baseline for this Procharger. Take care.